You've got a couple of audios coming out.
Couple of...
Audios, the...
Yay! I did those straight
spoken
after.
word.
I'm very strong antibiotics after the series. Yeah, I did a lot of radio years ago that no one, would know, and I love that medium.
Yeah.
You don't have to get made up, and there's a lot of things, but it takes a different kind of discipline. Whereas before, you're in character or you're doing a little voiceover or something. Yeah. This was where you're reading a whole book, really, aren't you?
Yeah.
Which I'd not done before, and we did them both in one day. And it's in the first person, so when you're doing as an actor, when you try to do a character you try to do a different kind of, everything voice, and you stand differently in that. When you're actually reading, you can't, because it's just a flavour of Luke and Maria and Clyde. So yeah, it was hard work, but I really did. I really did love it. I really did. I think the stories are very good. Justin Richards, it was a name that I know, and I know he has a history with Who.
Yeah.
And that, I think, was written in the present first person. And Stephen Cole's, it was much more difficult to read because of the way it was written.
Right.
And I think they're both brilliant stories, actually. I just loved being allowed a freedom with the monsters. I like that. That you could go for in a way that you can't with the children's voices.
Yeah.
Because other people can hear their voices, so you can't actually pretend to be them. Right. You couldn't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a flavour of what they did, and they've not. I didn't realise when I was doing them, because all the I call it backstage stuff. I'm really very often not aware of or not interested in, to be honest. But evidently, these are the first ones they've done that haven't come from something else. They're original stories, and they won't go anywhere else.
Oh, okay.
So they're really, because it won't go onto book form, it won't go onto pictorial form.
Okay.
And it hasn't come. They're new stories, and they will stay in just that format. So they're pleased, and it's nice, lovely to be part of it. I would have killed to read them.
Are they completely self-contained then? I mean, do they make reference to...
One story and then another story, of something that happened.
Okay.
Adventure,
Yeah. Okay. Because I know you did audios a couple of years ago now with Big Finish.
Oh, I love those.
Yes.
They were great fun to do.
It was a completely different beast from what I gather. So.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I mean, the last set of the Sarah Jane adventures on Big Finish, we'd actually put it together but hadn't recorded it. It take a long time to for us to really agree and get the stories and try and, bring something different to it. And I couldn't do them because I was going to Cardiff to do school reunion. And, I asked Russell, I thought they would stop me doing them, actually. I didn't think they would want to, because you're with Joss and Nat, and it is a different, because you can't use, the Doctor in them, because my Doctor's hasn't done them, and dear John's no longer with us.
Yeah.
So my format had to be, again, which was actually a helpful school, for Sarah Jane to actually just be the leader in that one. And I truly didn't think they'd let me, be part of that, because then you're part of the Doctor Who family in Cardiff.
Yeah.
You're a present. And very generously they allowed us to do it. I was really pleased about that. It's very good of them.
Okay. So I was just looking at my notes.
Oh, don't worry.
That's right. Question for my daughter again. She was wondering if there's any particular monsters that you would like to see come back or work with again.
The two that I really got the shivers up the spine for, because I think of the actors who were in them, as well as them being, they were pretty good coddies as well, were Davros. And my Davros was Michael Wisher.
Yeah.
And that is an incredible performance if you look at Genesis of the Daleks. It's not just the mask and the costume, it's what he does with it.
Yeah.
And lovely Kevin Lindsay, who's no longer with us, one Michael isn't, sadly, inside my very first one, Sontaran.
Okay. I believe they're coming back in the next series.
So I gather, yeah. So I've missed my chance there, I think. You never know.
Well, because of that, you might come across them again.
You might.
So have you got any plans to do anything further from this, or
Well, I've just got one
aside?
more thing to do.
Sorry.
I just went down to Cardiff to do Children in Need
Okay.
on Wednesday, I think it was. One more little thing to do, and then it's Christmas. And I have to get on with my other life because it's been hanging in the balance. And I'm in a bit of a mess here at home at the moment. I need to sort stuff out because I like to do the stuff I don't like happening at home without me being here because I'm quite hands-on.
Right.
And I always know best. So it's a bit difficult for anyone to move without me.
Is there going to be another series of Sarah Jane?
Well, I hope so. I think it. My God, it can't possibly not be. But no one's had the say-so yet, and I think there would be a lot of things to reevaluate and work out before I got the message.
Do you think this run of Doctor Who is going to go on as long as the original?
I have no idea. I mean, I don't know what format. I mean, they're doing some specials, I think. They will probably take it in their direction, what they want to do with it. I mean, it did go on for a long time and kind of lost a bit of momentum.
Yeah.
And, you learn by the past. Whatever they want to do with it, I think they have a good idea, of what they want to do. But how long that envisages, I have no idea.
No. From your feedback on the Sarah Jane Adventures, have you had feedback from sort of the older original Doctor Who fan? I mean, how are they receiving the
They
series?
have been so kind. They have loved it.
Yeah.
They really have. Grown men put their recorder on, so when they get home, they can flop in a seat and watch. Yeah, it's kind of comfort time, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
And, but it's just so lovely to see the youngsters being so... There's a group in Glasgow called the Sarah Jane Adventurers, and it's like, it goes by age group. I think the 6 to 8-year-olds are rather like the Brownies.
Yeah.
And then the 7 to 11-year-olds or 8 to 11-year-olds, like the scouts, the guides. And they write to me and say, what can they investigate? It's wonderful. It's just so healthy, do you not think? I think it's brilliant. It's safe fear again. It's imagination. And the scripts, Alzheimer's is mentioned, people losing people and having to, be careful of other people, and there's family issues. There's a single parent now.
Yeah.
Divorce. There's a great deal, but it's put in context of that's okay. You have to go through it sometimes.
Yeah.
But you can have support while you're doing it. And, you never give up. I think it's great. Really